everybody, it's Keisha and I'm here today with another haul video. I just wanted to show everybody what I got last week. Last week I've been so busy that it's taken me this long to get to this video, but last week was Martin Luther King Day on Monday and it was half off day at Goodwill outlet. So I wanted to show you guys as quick as I can some of the things that I found when I was shopping there. So the first thing that one of the things that I found was these two, I would say plus size bras. They're size 44B, so they're bigger around. They're by Torrid, which makes plus size clothing. And I actually looked everything up so that I could tell you exactly the prices on everything. In total, I spent $44 at Goodwill Outlet, and these bras are enough alone to pay for the entire trip. Believe it or not, these bras used on eBay are selling for $25 a piece. Bras are great, especially bigger bras. These ones probably need to be cleaned, and I'll do that. But when you're buying bras, just try to make sure that the clips are all good and these hooks are all good and the adjustments, are good. So the next thing I got was this little pair of booties. I still have the rubber band wrapped around them, from Express. These were very cute, I thought. I wish I could fit them. I would probably have kept them for myself. These were $25 though, selling for $25 on eBay. The next thing that I had was not so much of a name brand that I know about, but it's called Collections by Les Suit. And this dress comes with this jacket, so this is a two-piece set. And it was brand new with a tag on it. It has a little rose, I guess you can clip on as a pin. And so this was the brand, if you might know of it. And then it's actually, the price tag says $70. So I looked those up and those are actually still selling for $65. So that's what I'll be posting that one for. So the next thing that I have was something that I would say don't buy ever. Honestly, Gloria Vanderbilt. Obviously these are really cheap, and they I usually wouldn't buy this, but this one was brand new with the tag on it. Well, actually the paper part was torn off, but you can list it new without tags or missing tags. And new, these are actually still selling for $21. So that kind of surprised me. It could be because it's a plus size jean. Those plus size items sell really well. But surprised on that one, Gloria Vanderbilt. The next thing is something I actually know about and love. It's a brand called Burton. Let's see if I can see a name tag for it anywhere. Well, anyway, it's a brand called Burton, and these are snow pants, dry rides snow pants. So here are those. Just have them. Very nice pants, Burton. Here you go. So these I looked up and they're actually selling still for around $50. So snow pants are another thing that I like to buy a lot. People love to, especially around this time of year, go skiing. So definitely don't pass. Next pair of jeans. This is a men's pair of jeans, and it is Rock and Republic. I always get confused between Rock and Republic and Rock and Revival, but Rock and Republic is actually on the bestseller list right now, or the sourcing guide on eBay right now. So this is a good brand, size 34, pretty common. Believe it or not, these are selling for $30. So this is what you want to do. You want to try to find items where it doesn't matter about what you spent, because you have the money back and maybe one or two items. Try to get things that, I personally try to get things that will sell for at least $30, if not more. Because you got to pay for shipping and everything else. Make sure the item's not too heavy. And I actually got a couple of little accidents in here, so I want to show you those things too, and another reason of why you should be looking everything up that you get. The next thing was probably not so great of a brand. It is Wonder Nation, which I believe is a Walmart brand, honestly. But these are brand new, and they're school uniform shirts, And so I was thinking I could lot them together, just because they're, you know, something people need. School uniforms, gotta buy them. Somebody will buy them, but unfortunately, probably around just $10. So this is an item that I would probably only list on Poshmark because I don't want to have to pay for shipping for something that's $10. Maybe even on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, somewhere local. Um, but who's, you know, crying about $10? I probably paid $1 or less for those things. It was half off day, so maybe even 50 cents or less. Okay, so the next thing that I actually have 3 pair of these, and they're different brands. One is Lou Garrett, one is Valenta, and then another brand is Capo. But these are cycling bibs, and believe it or not, these I have always had very good luck with anything cycling, anything sports and athletic, especially right now when everybody has all those New Year's resolutions they're trying to stick to. Um, so these cycling bibs are actually selling for $25 each, and I have 3 of them, so that's $75 for 3 of my items. Yay! That's always what you want to do. So the next thing I have, it's so I probably won't sell it now. I just noticed that and you have to pay attention to this stuff at, you know, Goodwill outlet, but not so bad because it was half off day. Might even take measurements and still like sell it. But any kind of university gear, people love it. Sweatshirts, USC, any college frat, you know, type stuff, always sells great. And so if this had the tag on it, and if I do decide to sell it, I'll probably reduce the price a little bit. But these are actually selling for $20. So $20 for a sweatshirt. The next thing I have are a pair of silver jeans, and like I said, these prices for especially jeans, I feel like go back and forth so much. You just have to always be paying attention, and it matters the style, the size, all that stuff is important. These particular ones are silver jeans, Suki, and they have these little decorated pockets. Everybody likes that a lot. These are actually selling for around $20. Um, so the next thing I have is BDG, which I do believe is I don't want to say it. It may be a brand of Anthropologie, I do believe. Um, don't quote me. But these are something that, like I said, these are one of the things that would go in and out of style. These jeans were a little bit more expensive before, and the only reason that I really got these one is because they have a nice floral pattern, something different and unique about the jean. So I actually looked up and found this exact pair of jeans, and these are going for around $20. Okay, and the next thing, this is Hudson Bay Company, and it says it has an Olympic official, you know, thing on there, and it is Canada 2010 logo, Olympics logo. I found something very similar to this, and these are selling for $30. So this is where I would definitely price this. Believe it or not, an old sweater. I mean, it just matters what kind of stuff you buy. Usually at Goodwill Outlet, I feel like you can't really lose, but the goal is to win. So just, you know, try to do as much research as you can on the brands that you're buying. I don't know all the brands. They change, you know, so often. Just make sure that you keep up with your sourcing guide, and that's something on eBay, a free resource of you know, looking at different brands that are in style, the top selling brands. They have the list, and it goes through from 1 to 10. You know, the best selling, and it's in every single category. So just when you have some free time, take your time, look at that list. There's also little guides on Pinterest, and you know, things change. So just keep yourself educated on the different brands. So the next thing is actually Ralph Lauren, and this is one of the brands. I hate to say it too soon, but sometimes I feel like this brand never really like dries up for me. It's no matter what, I can always sell something from Ralph Lauren, and I don't usually look it up when I find it in the store, unless it's just if it's like a bad piece, like a, you know, polo shirt or something like that. I'll probably pass it by. But these are the Ralph Lauren jeans, and these are actually selling for $30. The next thing is something that I probably wouldn't usually buy, another one of those things, Zara knit, but it was half off day, so I, made a couple exceptions. Zara is actually, it used to be a very nice brand and a lot more expensive than it is now. The only reason I got this one though is because it has these little pearls and rhinestones on them, and it's just a little bit different. It's a nice little sweater. I don't think it's anything else really too special about it, but the brand's okay here and there. Sometimes it's better than the others. But this is around $15, not very much again. So the next thing I have is, and I'll always say, I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm not. I don't think I necessarily have a team that I love more than, the most. But this one is any team apparel. I say always go for it because there's always a fan. I don't care what team it is. So this Raiders shirt, I looked up and it was selling for $18. This one's actually, I would consider new without tags. If you can see, this is pretty much brand new. Then you have the, you know, the tag thing still on there. I'm pretty sure this is new. It has the glitter on the front and that's in very good condition. So I would call this new without tags and definitely price that at $18. This one is another, I guess I have like a little dead pile here, but this one is an Abercrombie Kids. And I just, honestly, I wouldn't buy Abercrombie and Finch. It doesn't really sell that well, not very good of a brand, unless it's something unique and something that, you totally love or something that stands out. This, I thought was just really cute. It had the sequin on the sequin on the front of the shirt and not very much, but it's still, I can still get $10 from it. So I'll list this on something like Pinterest. Sorry, Poshmark, where I don't have to pay for the shipping on it. And maybe I'll do it in a 3 for 20 sale. Those 3 for 20 sales just attract a lot of people to your store, and they look at other stuff. So don't worry about if you have lower priced items here and there, especially on half off day. $10, for a t-shirt. So the next thing I have is it's Pippa and Julia, and I thought that this was just a very nice uh, kid's dress, and the material is very nice. It's in very good condition. I just thought it was really nice, which is, like I said, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to look everything up. But on a half off day, sometimes I make exceptions, and this one happened to be kind of a good exception. This is a Nordstrom's brand. Once I looked it up, I found that out, and they're actually the lower ends stuff on like the not so nice dresses, or just like but a really fancy dress like this one is selling for about $25. So that was the okay experiment. Sometimes they don't turn out good, sometimes they do. Sometimes you just gotta try something. The next thing that I have is Jones New York Sport, and I was half off day. It's crazy. I was grabbing stuff. Sport is probably not, and as far as Jones New York, that's another one of the brands like Ralph Lauren that is always going to be pretty popular. But Sport is usually the cheaper version of whatever brand it is. So I would stay away from Sport. But this one was just a nice little knit sweater from Jones New York, and it was $20, so not too bad. The next thing was a pair of jeans that from a brand called Angry Rabbit. I hadn't heard of this brand before, so I decided to look it up, and these jeans were selling from between $20 and $25. So I just gonna price mine on the low end and say $20 for this pair of Angry Rabbit jeans. You find out a new brand all the time. If you see something and you don't know about it, and it's something that seems like it might be special to you, just take your phone out, look it up, or just put it to, like, when you're in the thrift stores. It's kind of hard to look stuff up, because then you're like, standing off to the side, you might be missing good items. So, when you have a chance to take a break, just go off to the side or right before you leave and just make a pile of those things and just look at those things and look them all up and make a decision before you leave the store, so you don't end up wasting money. This next thing I didn't know much about, but it's from Paramount Company, and it's for a show called Mean Girls, and I thought it was in very, very good condition, and it looked nice and clean, and so I went ahead and looked it up and found out that these are actually selling for $15. So, and it's really cute. It says On Wednesday we wear pink. Pretty cute. Okay, so the next thing that I got was actually like a Denim and Supply by Ralph Lauren, another Ralph Lauren thing, and this is like a leotard. Um, for some reason, these things sell like crazy. I guess girls like to, have their jeans, and then you can kind of see I don't know, but believe it or not, this was selling for $20 just for this little leotard. So hopefully we can get $20 for it. The next thing that we have here is a shirt that came from a company. Now, please don't, I'm just going to show you. Pleone? I don't know. Look at it, Pleone. Um, so I just wanted to tell you about this. This is one of those tricky things. And I'll say that I call this like a paper tag because it's kind of like I don't know, like a linen kind of tag. But when you see tags like this, it's, especially if you think the item is really nice, take your time, look it up. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an item that's through Anthropologie. So Anthropologie has like so many side brands, but they're all under, Anthropologie. So that's another thing to do, go out on Pinterest, look up Anthropologie or Anthropologie brands, and they have a huge list of different brands that are made by Anthropologie. So Anthropologie can be confusing, but it's also can be a nice profitable brand. So I like to pick it up. And this shirt was going for $20. The next thing I had was Express, the Portofino shirt. And this one has, bird design all over it, just a little collar, button-up blouse. Very nice. Look this up, and it was going for $20 as well. The next one is another brand that I don't necessarily buy, and it's the Loft, Ann Taylor Loft. I wouldn't recommend most of their stuff because it's mostly cheap, but when you see something different, obviously pick it up. So I looked up this exact pair of jeans I was able to find, and they were selling for $24. So Loft is not that bad, I guess. Here's another one of my favorite brands, and this one has a couple of, lint balls and stuff I'll have to fabric shave. So don't pass things up, especially when they have value. If you can, bring them back a little bit. Fabric shave them, wash them, do whatever you got to do to make the sale. But, so this is Lululemon. I remember when I first started, I found a lot of this stuff, and they were like, oh my gosh, you found all that Lululemon stuff? Ooh. And I thought, it's just like stretch pants, right? But actually, Lululemon is a very, very, very expensive athletic brand. If you know about Lululemon, then you know. I went to the mall and seen the Lululemon store for the first time. And when I went in, I just wanted to see, like, God, what are they really charging? These pants were going, like, not necessarily these ones, but just like their stretch pants or their little short stretch pants, any of them. They were selling for $110 for a pair of stretch pants. And I was like, $110? Wow. Well, now, in used condition, I can get about $35 for this pair of pants. And if you ever have a pair of Lululemon pants, sports bra, anything like that, and you're not like experienced with Lululemon, you might feel like, oh, it doesn't have a tag on it, but Lululemon always has a tag. Usually it's inside of a pocket. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this one right now. They're so hard to get to, but usually it'll be like in a pocket somewhere, and it'll be a little dot with a number on it, and there's your size. So always just look. You'll find it on there somewhere. The next thing is another one that I wouldn't necessarily buy, but I will buy anything if it's new with the tag, especially if it's coming from Goodwill outlet and I'm paying, change for it. So this is just an Old Navy dress, not anything too special, just a basic cloth dress. But you could get around $16 for it just because it's brand new. The next thing was by Joe Jeans. Joe Jeans is a good brand, very good brand. And this is actually a denim skirt, like a mini skirt, little mini denim skirt. And these were selling for $24. So I was excited about that. Little tiny skirt, $24. This next thing was actually a quilted jacket, women's jacket from Tommy Bahama, which is another good brand. This is actually an older Tommy Bahama tag, if you know Tommy Bahama. So the men's quilted jackets, when I looked it up, I found that the men's quilted jackets are a lot more expensive. So don't pass those ones up. The women's jackets are a little bit on the less side, so this is only $24. Because of the weight, this is not something I'm going to sell on eBay. I usually only try to get things that, I said I wasn't going to sell on eBay anymore, but I decided to sell things that are only at least $30 and up on eBay. And I put this on the other platforms like Poshmark and Mecari, and I'll sell from there, but not from eBay because of the shipping and the PayPal fees and eBay fees and all that stuff. The next thing that I have, or three things, is actually a brand that I think they went out of business for whatever reason. So I don't know. I still have like a connection to LuLaRoe stuff, and I just bought it anyway. These two are actually more so because it is a LuLaRoe um, combination with Disney. So this one has Mickey Mouse design. This one has Mickey Mouse design. The two that have the Mickey Mouse designs are actually selling for $20 a piece. And I actually got two more, and these were just more so basic, like LuLaRoe shirts. If you ever see that tag LuLaRoe, it used to be a big deal, but it's not as expensive as it used to be. Some people really still like it. There are a lot of LuLaRoe fans. These basic shirts like this, they always have a really nice design on them too. These ones are going for $15 each. The next thing I got was, I'm sorry I'm rushing, but the video's gotten pretty long and I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm going to try to run through these last couple things pretty fast. So the next thing I got is a 7 for All Mankind, 7 jeans. That's another one of those things that go back and forth, but for right now, it's up. And this one is worth $24 for the standard fit 7 for All Mankind jeans. And remember, the sizes are different. Men and women is different. So when you're searching, try to narrow it down. Don't be like too specific, whether it's men or women, and try to throw the size in there so you can get a more accurate idea of what things are selling for. This is something I wouldn't usually buy, but this is Harry Potter. Anything Disney, Harry Potter had a huge fan base, so that's why this is something I would grab. There's actually a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. This one is only around $15, but this thing probably doesn't weigh anything, and $15, that's great to me. It doesn't cost too much to ship. Well, I'm not gonna put it on eBay anyway, but I think that's a good deal. Maybe I'll get 10 for it since it's just such a small shirt. But anything's better than nothing, especially when you're getting the clothes for so cheap. You can afford to kind of be flexible about the prices. This one is Guess Jean Power Curvy Mid jeans, and this is not a vintage Guess tag. This is a little bit newer, more up to date Guess. But it has the skinny legs, so I did go ahead and pick it up, and this one was selling for actually $20 still, so that's not too bad. Lucky brand, same thing with these jeans, and this particular pair was selling for around $15. And Lucky brand jeans. So Lucky brand, I don't know, the jeans, they're okay, they sell all right. The shirts and the sweaters and anything else Lucky brand seems it moves way faster than the jeans, unless it's a really nice pair of jeans. Hollister's another brand. It's just another mall brand. Something that I wouldn't necessarily buy if it wasn't half off day. But this style of jean with the smaller ankles is really popular, and it sells really easily regardless of the brand. These jeans are in very good condition, like almost brand new. So I looked them up, and they are selling for $20 still, surprisingly. This was another bra that I got. This is just a basic Victoria's Secret, but it's, like I said again, a larger bra. Smaller bras don't get that much money, so be careful about the bras that you're buying. This one is still getting around $20, and it's because of, you know, the brand. Obviously, Victoria's Secret is popular. But see, I'm gonna have to wash all of these bras. They have the deodorant stains, and so I just usually put them all in a bra bag and wash them up and make them look really nice, and then list them. But people do, they buy used bras all the time. Bras can get really expensive, especially plus size bras. So this one is inside out. It's just a basic, like a white mid sleeve shirt, but it is by Eileen Fisher, which is a brand that I love because you always get good prices for the stuff. But this is going for $24. Just a white, regular old white shirt, $24. So this is one that kind of went back and forth for a while too, but these are up right now, and for the most part they're usually up. This is a little bit different because these are red. Sometimes when you have a colored jean, you can sell it a little bit faster because it's, you know, not the plain old blue jean. This one was, I looked up, it's called NYDJ jeans, and these are selling for $25 for this red pair of jeans. And this is another brand that I like a lot, and it's Cabby. Usually get good prices for this one. This is an extra small cowl neck dress, and these are selling for $26. This one is new with tags. It's just basically a basic spaghetti strap shirt. It's from a brand, mall brand called The Limited. For this spaghetti strap shirt, believe it or not, they're still selling for around $18. And this is my last item, finally. And this one, sorry I made the video almost 30 minutes, but this one is something that I always pick up. If you've ever had kids that are in Boy Scouts, then you understand why, because the prices for these things can be ridiculous for parents. So I pick them up every time I see them used. Boy Scouts of America, and even the badges, the little thing with all the little badges on it. Even those sell, believe it or not. People like to buy those for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they're collectors, people that are really into this stuff. But Boy Scout of America is something that I don't have a problem selling, and you won't have a problem selling either. So thank you so much for taking your time out to watch my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the video so that you can get notification as soon as I have new content to put out. And I'll be coming back soon with something hopefully that's helpful for you. And I hope this video helps you guys at least a little bit with, you know, brands. And that's the hope when I'm making these videos, is that, you know, maybe when you're at the store, you'll remember one of those brands I said to you and pick it up and then make a good profit. So thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon.